Hello and welcome back to an episode of Septerra. When we last left off, we get to ride these Helgak. Now, I will say that there is a cutscene next. If the cutscene does not work, I will go back and re-record the cutscene similarly as I did to the very first cutscene that didn't work, which I don't know why it didn't work, it did not register that it existed on the screen. Sound? Yes. Screen? No. But anyway, on to the cutscene. Well, that's rather interesting.
Where are we?
Looks like we've been sucked up into the air intakes of a chosen ship.
I find it amusing you care so much for the safety of the Wind City Guard, Selena.
The death of the Holy Guard is only going to cause trouble with Bowman, their leader.
As president of Wind City, I have no control over the Guard. They're an anachronism that I've been trying to purge for years. With your help, I'll become sole dictator of Wind City.
Milady, Lord Doskius' ship approaches.
How goes the campaign, my dear?
According to plan, my lord.
Lord Doskius, your power is unmatched.
Brown noser.
Spare me, dog. Just remember our bargain. Your city is an important supply base on our way to the lower shells. Selena, when is the invasion to begin?
As soon as Balcom shows up with his forces, my lord. Where is he, anyway?
None of your concern, my dear. He and General Caleb fall on great duties.
Wind City shall soon lay before your feet, Great One.
Kill him when he is no longer needed.
Are you sure?
Marduk once said that a man who takes freedom from a people is doomed to die by their hand. I'm simply sparing him the inevitable.
As you wish.
Don't start caring for these people, Selena. The last time the lower shells saw my presence, I was fighting Gunner's father. An entire Mongol city fell beneath us that day. But they are not the chosen, and barely human. Remember that.
Prepare to land. It was him, this Doskius, that destroyed Oasis, and he doesn't even care.
Maya! Shh! They'll hear us.
Now I have a face to match my nightmares. Doskius will pay for what he did.
Fine, but right now we have to get out of here.
We have to find the leader of the Holy Guard. We have to find Bowman and warn him before Wind City becomes another Oasis.
Well, that was a rather convenient conversation to listen into. So now we have even more lore and plot. Now, here's a thought. What did that chosen ship actually land for besides convenience of having these people get off the ship? Because nothing else came out except us. And it only landed for a second. Just enough to drop someone off, like us. But they didn't know we were there, so what did they land for? A bathroom break? But anyway, before I actually go in there, which just to show off, welcome to Shell 3. It's quite a stark contrast in comparison to Oasis and Shell 2. And I feel like this episode is pretty much going to be showing off the area before we actually get to the story. Because there is a couple places I want to go to, just to show them off and get them out of the way instead of constantly drizzling them in there. Just get them all out of the way at once. Now this is effectively an endurance test. Each stone, when you click on it, will summon a strong enemy. Each one stronger than the last. I think even at our level, we won't even be able to kill the first one, let alone the other, like, 5 that was there. And then there was also this. A giant stone...
It's locked.
A giant stone tower that has no specific purpose at the moment. But it looks nice. I actually completely forget what it's used for. And there is Wind City itself. We'll be going in there last. I would like to go up here first. I asked the forest. I'm not going to actually go into the forest because there is a few enemies to fight. However, they respawn and there is absolutely nothing of note to do there. I will, however, go around this way, and we get to see the shell below, shell 4, the bazaar, down below. Humongous city. And welcome to the Helgak port. What is the Helgak port?
Are there any flights off Shell?
Of course. May I see your passport?
I don't have a passport.
No travel is allowed without one. You can apply for one at the Wind City Capitol building.
What kind of ships are you running?
Our ships are crafted of wood and steel, slung underneath Helgak.
Helgak?
Great flying beasts.
I feel like we've already learned what Helgak are, Maya. I'm just saying. But this is how we'll get off Shell. However, we need a passport first. From the Capitol building. Why do I get the feeling that we're not going to be able to do very much in the Capitol building just yet? However, next place I'll go is a lot of chatter. South Farm. There's a lot of people to talk to here, from what I remember. And we'll be doing just
Where are you
that.
from?
Shell 2.
Shell 2 is full of homeless garbage eaters and scum.
I know he's a kid, but can I, like, whack him with the butt of my gun or something? You know, use Maya's gun, just whack him over the head? I kinda feel like he deserves it. Just saying. Like, I initiate a conversation with this guy and he look away like, nope, don't want to talk to you. Hey, sir, nope, nope.
Can you direct me to
fine.
Wind City?
Up north, but be careful. Those Wind City folk are fighting amongst themselves.
I got nothing to say.
Gee, you're so helpful, Grub.
Do you know a man named Bowman?
Well, we only deal with Dugan and his officials now. Bowman is a leader of the Holy Guard up in Wind City, but if you deal with him, Dugan's likely to stop trading with you.
Well, that wasn't too helpful, but it gave us a little bit of a thing that Dugan definitely doesn't like the Holy Guard all too much. And I think it's because he can't control it, and he's one of those people that if I can't control it, I don't like it. Let's talk to this
Are
lady.
there a lot of towns nearby?
There's a few over the mountains.
Maybe we'll be
Do the
seeing
pipes
those
I
later.
see everywhere carry water?
Aye, whole towns supplied by the reservoir up north.
Where's the home of the Holy Guard?
Wind City to the north. The passions of its people rise daily over matters of state.
What about you, sir? You've been listening in on us. What do you have to say?
What town is this?
South Farm. But we've seen better times. Between the politics of the northern city and the perils of the graveyard, we barely get by.
The graveyard?
Aye. A curse festers there. If you want to learn more, seek the Carver. He's full of old tales.
This town is very creatively named, by the way. It's a farm that's to the south of the main city. Therefore, let's name it South Farm.
What's this town's main trade?
We raise Helgak in the farms.
Wouldn't there more be like a ranch? I'm just saying.
We don't have many Helgak at home.
Many strong beasts live on Shell 3. The Helgak are great beasts that fly through the air like a balloon. Tamed, they can be used for labor, mounts, or the air sails of transport ships. We sell them at the World Bazaar.
Trade?
Whom do you trade with at this World Bazaar you mentioned?
Ankara and Janam from Shell 5 buy a lot of Helgak. Some of their ship parts are organic, and they use the Helgak for the job. They don't go as far as the Chosen, though. They actually grow ships completely organically.
Ankara and Janam have battleships then?
Oh, yes. They each got a fleet aimed at each other.
Oh boy, that sounds so much fun. I wonder if we'll end up getting caught in that war at some point. Hint, hint, wink,
Can
wink,
you tell
maybe.
me where to find the Guard of the Seven Winds?
You mean the Holy Guard? Look up north in Wind City.
Pretty much everybody's like, the Holy Guard are in Wind City, stupid. Go up there. Quit asking us. I'll ask you anyway.
Do you know a man called Bowman?
Sorry, can't help you there, girl.
Wait. So you know what? I'm not even gonna question it.
What do you do?
I raise Helgak in the farms.
Helgak?
Animals that can fly.
Maya, you were just explained what Helgak are. You shouldn't be questioning what they actually are.
Who buys Helgak from you?
Since they can fly, we sell them for transport and shipbuilding. We only use them for beasts of burden, but some use them for bioengineering, like them folk from Shell 5. They turn them into engines and systems for their ships.
Are the people from Shell 5 friendly?
The two countries that share that shell are usually aiming weapons at each other. One day they're going to start fighting.
This town has a heavy wall around it.
Keeps the curse out, especially at night.
Exactly how does this curse work?
Raises the dead. What else would a necromancer's curse do?
Well, you didn't say it was a necromancer's curse at first, so apparently that graveyard over there raises the dead from the graveyard. What a surprise.
Why won't this stupid disc player work?
Excuse me.
Oh, can I help you?
That sounds like a job for Grub.
What have you got there?
It's a disc player I got at the World Bazaar, but it's not working.
Let's see it. Here's your problem. Try it now.
Oh, thank you. Here, let me give you something to repay you.
Birdseed. Remember that bird we saw up at Tori's shack in Outlaw Canyon that we now can't get back to? Yeah, it's to feed those special pinkish birds. For what reason? I know not, but that is their purpose, and they're scattered all throughout the world. So it's basically one of those collectible things just to give the game a little bit of extra flavor.
What's the name of this place?
South Farm.
How creatively named. Thank you for the in-depth answer, by the way.
Where can we find the Holy Guard?
Wind City, but they aren't in the mood for visitors.
Why's that?
They recently lost several of their brothers to the Junkers of Shell 2.
Yeah, that totally wasn't me. Legitimately wasn't me. I didn't kill a single one. Those 3 that Maya fought, they get up right back after. So it ain't Maya's fault. Now, welcome to the bar. Let's talk to the patrons first before talking to the barman.
Little early in the day for a drink, ain't it?
Well, ain't got no job. Lost my job in Wind City because that President Dugan is running the place into the ground.
How come there aren't more small towns?
Because of the curse from the old graveyard. People nowadays gather up in larger places for protection.
You know anything about the Holy Guard?
Just that they teach the demon sword of Marduk.
Demon sword?
When Marduk defeated Gemma, he trapped his demon servants in another dimension. The demon sword move will unleash them on your enemy.
I wonder if we'll get to use that in the future. Because otherwise, probably wouldn't say the demon sword move. Hoy.
Beware the night. Evil walks the darkness.
Beware the night, man. Like, totally, man. The evil.
Hello?
You haven't been in the graveyard, have you?
Why?
Steer clear of its darkness.
Characters like
How are
these.
You? Stay in at night, friend. It's not safe to walk the streets at night. The undead will get you.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Bowman and the Holy Guard?
Oh, they could stop the evil that walks at night, but they hardly come around anymore. They got too many troubles of their own.
Evil that walks the night, man. Fear it. Oh, there's bathrooms there. It's the first bathroom, legitimate bathroom we've actually seen in this game, I think.
What's the name of this place?
The Helgak's Head.
Well, gee, thanks for a whole lot. But really, how many games you actually see them include everything like that? You'll walk into an NPC's house and they have like a bed and a crate that they put food in. So, really? There's no closet or separate rooms or bathroom or pantry or anything? It's just piece of crap area? Looks like prefabricated houses for the poor.
Do you know a man named Bowman?
I got nothing to say about that.
Apparently he doesn't like the Holy Guard.
Do you live here?
No, I came from Wind City for work. The Helgak farm business is kicking these days. People need more for transport and ships, especially with war brewing on Shell 5.
War?
Haven't you heard? It's getting bad down there. 2 big kids, not enough room on the block, I guess.
Have you ever been across the mountains?
No need to. There's some isolated towns up there, but they keep to themselves.
Now, as for you, Mr. Bartender, let me walk all the way down to the other side of the bar so I can talk to you.
What'll it be?
Can we get directions?
What am I, a map? Order something. Drinks are 5 coin.
What are you saying?
Hey, order something or get out. Drinks are 5 coin.
I guess we'll order a drink.
How about a drink? Can I get some information then?
Whatever you want, baby. What'll it be?
I guess now we can actually ask him proper questions.
Do you know anything about the Holy Guard?
Those crazies up in Wind City are trying to figure out whether they want them anymore. Their president's trying to throw them out. We could use them. Protect us from things that go bump in the night.
Things seem slow in town.
Ask the drunkards around here. They have more time to drink and gossip since they lost their jobs.
I got nothing to say.
You tried to ask a question before, but effectively the vibe I'm getting is that President Dugan, nobody likes him at all. But this is one of the reasons why to go to South Farm first and not Wind City. Besides the fact that Wind City is the main area to go to, there is a tavern here.
Do you have a room for the night?
Resting place. Whatever you're supposed to call it. They actually have one here, and they interestingly do not have one in Wind City. And honestly, the shops in South Farm are better and more varied than the ones in Wind City to boot, which we'll go in to look at now.
What can I do for you?
What do you sell here?
I carve art from the bones of the Helgak.
It's that carver guy that people mentioned before. To ask him about tales. There's no tales to ask him about.
Are any of your pieces for sale?
No, only my services. I carve whistles from Helgak bone. It is said that only the bone of Helgak can reproduce the sounds of the Helgak's mating call.
Why do you carve Helgak bone?
It is said that only the bone of Helgak can be carved to reproduce the sound of its kind. These whistles are valuable for calling Helgak and gathering them into herds.
That makes sense.
What do you know of Helgak?
A majestic race of air-dwelling creatures. They float upon the wind as easily as fish swim the sea.
But how?
They take up air within themselves and heat it, allowing flight.
So they're basically living hot air balloons, is what I'm gathering of Helgak.
Welcome. Look around.
And shopkeeper. And more importantly, key item. acid vial. Always buy key items, even if you don't know what the hell you're buying them for. Do I have anything spare I can sell? I do. I would very much like to sell them then. Have anything else? A small engine. Nobody likes a small engine. What did you sell? You didn't really sell anything else I wanted. Now let's go to the shop down here. This metal on the ground for no particular reason.
Can I interest you in anything?
And as you can see, this store pretty much covers everything in terms of arms and armor. What I think I'm going to do is possibly spend some money on shoes. Yes, I know. Playing a female character, spending money on shoes, so funny. But yeah, also speed springs, hard springs. So having said that, I really don't actually have the money to just go spending on that. Let's talk to this guy. He's hanging out in the corner. They have to walk all the way back over for.
There's some cool stuff here.
Really, Maya? That's it?
You have an interesting collection of gadgets here.
Gadgets?
You know, stuff, devices, cool things.
Oh, you mean my doohickeys? Well, what a great big doohickey that is, huh?
One of the few characters that actually responds to Runner. And he pretty much gave us nothing useful. However, that is a very nice shop, and we are able to fully heal here. But now, I am going to go over to Wind City. But before that, well, before that, I remembered there was something that I didn't actually look at over here that I forget if it had anything in it, which is this waterway over here. Does grass normally end that abruptly on sand? I'm just saying. Well, there's a completely another side to this place, but I'm not sure if we can get to it. Is there anything even on the beach? No. But it is a nice beach, I mean. Looks nice. You'd figure there'd be more people here, at least enjoying the day when the curse isn't active, but I guess not. Well, I don't think... Really, I did not want to go back in there. I don't think these two would enjoy that too much because they lived in the desert. I don't think they want to see any more sand for a while. Come on. Let's go. Now, I'm just going to do this in an order that cancels out some of the running about by going to the graveyard first. That has rain going on in it because it's a graveyard. It's going to be raining. Let's follow the pathways. There is a statue looking thing. Let's look at it.
Where's the head?
It does kind of look like it's missing something.
There's some mechanisms inside this statue.
Can you activate them?
Yeah, I think there's a piece missing.
I'll bet the secret lies in the missing head.
Oh, and maybe we need the head then. And here is the entrance to the rest of the graveyard. However, it's locked because we're not allowed in there. And there is a secret area up here, which you would be able to easily tell if you clicked on the minimap. Also, lightning. Let's see what's in the box. Ooh, there's a bird. I'll be honest in saying I forgot the bird was here. Oh yeah, 10 pieces of bird seed. Mix sparkles, bird flies away. Where does it fly away to? I have no clue. I don't rightly remember what that actually does, to be honest. But let's continue on. go over here, and there's a glowy bit in the ground. Let's look at it. And there's the curse. A zombie. Remember how I said I hate the bounty hunters for barrier? These are my second least favorite characters because, as you saw right there, the entire turn was halted for the zombie to slowly waddle in the direction of Runner. That may not seem too bad right now, because we are about to pretty much assassinate his face off. His rotten, half-destroyed already face. Now, the issue. Imagine if there was 5 zombies, all pausing to march at you at once. Then it starts to get a little bit annoying, especially since you can generally kill them before they get to you. But the thing is, if they do get to you, they do a lot of damage. Like at this stage, they'll probably do like 15 hit points to anybody, and that's not good.
Ooh, what a mess.
Cool. The blood is eating up the grass like an acid. Wicked.
Gee, maybe we could use that acid vial to get up this.
It's full of zombie blood.
Apparently zombie blood is now acid. I mean, that probably makes them a bit more dangerous to fight, because you make them bleed, and then the acid starts chewing through your weapon. That would probably be pretty annoying. But now, let's actually legitimately go up to Wind City. Let's check out the reservoir. Let me guess.
It's locked.
It's locked. I was waiting for her to say it, but she was taking too long, so I couldn't time it up properly. Let's actually go into Wind City itself. It's a pretty nice place. There is quite a few people to talk to here, all of whom shall eventually be questioned. And as per usual in RPG games, people are perfectly fine with being questioned by random strangers.
What'll it be?
I was playing 20 questions with a random guy. As you can see, it doesn't have quite as much stuff. Come on, Maya, quit jittering around, we gotta leave. But that shop doesn't have nearly as much stuff as the one in South Farm.
My name is Maya. This is Grub and Runner.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kathy.
I think that's the first time we've actually legitimately introduced ourselves to someone. It's rather weird. It's the first person we've introduced ourselves to instead of just walking up to them and saying, "Hey, do you know where the Holy Guard is? Hey, 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 you, hey."
Why did you retrofit the old buildings instead of just building new ones?
Too much history to just destroy them. President Dugan will probably try and change all that, though. He's already tried to dissolve the Holy Guard.
Do you know Bowman?
You'll find all of the Holy Guard in the cathedral. Bowman and the Guard are a noble breed. The people of this city listen too much to their president, Dugan. Their trust in petty politicians will be the undoing of 100 years of peace.
Boy, that sounds promising. Why isn't anybody listening to Dugan again? I don't really get why they're listening to Dugan, if that's the case. Now, I'd just like to point out, this game suffers from a very weird thing in pretty much most games with shops, now that you think about it. There's like a mace up there, a spiked mace, a warhammer, there's katanas in the background. There's just these humongous barrels upon barrels of various weapons. What can we buy from this guy?
Can I interest you in anything?
Swords. Just swords. Which, he has a crappier version of a sword that was already sold in South Farm. So there's an entire store dedicated to selling swords. Why? I have no idea. Hi guy, how's it going?
Hold on, my computer's acting up.
Sounds like a job for
What
Grub.
you got there?
Yeah, it's a computer I use to keep track of my work, but it's on the fritz.
Let me see what I can do. Ah, you need the new OS upgrade.
Crap. Thanks, though. Yeah, let me repay you for your help.
I'm the curious here. For one, he could actually just tell us an OS upgrade. But he gave us, just through telling him that he needs an upgrade, he gave us a full resurrection item. Okay. You want to throw around money like that?
How big is this kingdom anyway?
Kingdom? We're a corporate city-state with a profit by the workers for the workers. Well, that's what President Dugan says.
I got nothing to say.
That doesn't really sound like a kind of government that would have a president. I'm just saying.
Where can we find Bowman?
You'll find him in the cathedral. I'd stay away from him. He's trouble.
Nah, I think your president's trouble. I'm just saying, but he may or may not be smuggling weapons from some kid shell up. I almost said a floor up. Hi, person. How's it going?
Wow, this is a beautiful city you have.
New here, are you? Well, welcome to Wind City.
You have some awesome blue hair.
I notice you have all sorts of gadgets here.
We've done much to retrofit our old buildings. Energy from the new power stations to the north is pumped in through large cables.
Probably from those windmills we saw before on the world map.
Where can I find a man named Bowman?
Mourning at the cathedral for his fallen comrades. It's a shame, really. We need him now more than ever.
You trade with other nations?
Yes, especially Shell 5. Ankara and Janam both buy our Helgak and water for their military. They had a little war a few years ago, but nothing's happened since then.
They communicate with you often?
No, they're too far away for radio. The core energy garbles anything over a half a mile or so.
And that's why radio communications are so crappy in this game. Despite the fact it's all kind of futuristic-y-ish. Wait, this is the same guy from before, isn't it?
How big is this kingdom anyway?
Yeah. Let's go this way, into the shop. This looks like an item shop, because it has all fancy decorations.
Hello, take your time.
And you have, I think, one extra item down here, comparatively to the shop in South Farm. You would figure the city would actually have better stock than the farm, but apparently not. Quit skipping away, I need to talk to you.
I wonder why the city is walled up so tight.
To keep the curse out, dummy.
Curse?
Yeah, dummy. I'm a little kid and I'm a jerk.
Is your father around?
My father is part of Dugan's task force.
What's that?
He helps think up new ideas for the city. They're the ones who brought in the power lines and lit up the streets.
Why is this place called Wind City?
Because of the great windmill generators that power the city. Well, my friend says that's not true, that the city is named after the 7 armies of the wind that Marduk led against Gemma, but I don't believe him.
Yeah, I believe this very easily concocted thing instead of this thing that's actually linked to history. God. Children in this game seem to be either really mean and or really stupid. Like, stupider than a child should be.
What's the city's
What are
main
they
trade?
teaching them?
I don't see any junk guilds.
Junk guilds? No, we ship water ice and Helgak-driven ships to shells where it's scarce.
What the hell is that guy doing? He was like slow running up here, and then he just moonwalked over to the side to get into the conversation too. There, he moonwalked. I don't
Stonework
know.
in the city is amazing.
Yes, but it doesn't keep enough of the cold out during the winter. These days we pipe in heat and power.
Do you know Bowman?
Don't associate with him. I pay allegiance only to President Dugan.
Oh, so you're part of the problem.
He stands for change. That's why I voted for him. Bowman and his holy guards are an antiquated idea these days. They probably want to go back to a kingship.
So you're part of the problem, man. Is that guy still gonna... What is going on over there? That area just seems like a pocket for walking glitches. Apparently we need to go around. I just realized I was actually walking into a pole.
Can you tell me...
I can tell you don't know nothing about the laws.
Laws?
A supply and demand, kid.
Yeah.
I have no money for you.
Then I have no information for you.
No.
Can you tell me...
I can tell you don't know nothing.
I need directions.
And I need some coin for drink.
I got nothing to say.
Fine.
Here, 1 coin for you.
Good enough, girl. What can I do for you?
What is this place?
The Cathedral of the Seven Winds. Home to the Holy Guard of the Seven Winds, who proudly carry on the traditions of Marduk.
That was a rather changing... That was a rather weird changing of voice there.
I got nothing to say.
Do you know a man named Bowman?
He's the leader of the Holy Guard. Teaches them the ways of Marduk. They aren't admitting visitors, girl.
Why not?
They be in mourning for their fallen lost on Shell 2 in the service of their brothers and sisters of the Seven Winds.
Then this is the home of the Holy Guard?
What's it look like, an outhouse?
I mean, I don't know. I think I'd like a door that fancy for an outhouse. I think it would be pretty awesome. Effectively, I paid 1 coin for information I already knew. I could pay that 1 coin to a bounty hunter who's trying to shank me and still get experience from killing him. However, all that's left is this building. Let's go. Oh.
Welcome to Wind City's Capitol building. Can I help you?
Hi, Miss Secretary. How's it going? With your, generic secretary voice.
Who's in charge here?
Our newly elected President Dugan. Do you have an appointment?
No, I guess not.
What kind of communication lines are all over the city?
State-of-the-art data transfer lines. They avoid the unreliability of airwave communication.
Unreliability?
Energy from the core makes it hard to send transmissions further than a few miles.
Hey, I got lied to. Someone said like a half a mile or so, and you say a few miles. Who's the right one here?
How can I contact the Holy Guard?
We no longer have any official ties to that branch.
No. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of the Capitol building where Dugan is. I don't think that he'd have the ability to contact the people that he hates.
Can I get a passport?
I'm afraid that can only be granted by President Dugan's permission. And he's away on official business.
So effectively, we can't do jack all. We can't even get a passport. How the hell are we gonna get a passport? Because we don't really like Dugan. But this thing...
It looks broken.
This is supposed to turn. I'd need a much bigger wrench to fix that.
Is broken. And Grub doesn't have the tools. We need a bigger wrench. However, I think I'm going to leave it off here at the library. When we come back, there are several books to read. I will not be reading them. I will just be opening the screen up a couple seconds so that way you can read them. Because there's like nearly 2 dozen books in here, and it would probably take me like 15 minutes to go through all of them by reading them. But that is for next time. Till then, see you later.